Brisbane-based singer-songwriter Kaitlyn Thomas is a strong, independent female of the highest order who has a spirit, a style, and a real sassy attitude. With her distinctively edgy country sound and charismatic performances as she carries on the proud tradition of the female artists who came before her. The strength, power, and lyrical smarts of these women clearly started surging through Kaitlyn's veins and psyche from an early age, something that was recognised when she was just 12 years old, when Becky Cole declared to her audience, "There's a star in the making right there." And she was right. That young star has now grown up, but she has not forgotten all the lessons she's learned on her journey, as evidenced by the fact that she is not only a country artist, but a powerhouse singer of just about anything she feels like performing. The inescapable fact is that she is a forceful presence who continues to grow and evolve, which is exactly what one would expect from an artist who is determined to be around for a long time to come. Kaitlyn's musical development and evolution, however, isn't just within the world of music, of country music. As a university student, she has been exposed to an enormous array of music that's helped to shape the sort of artist she has become. Born and raised in rural Victoria, Kaitlyn's love for music came at a very early age, soaking up the music that was being played around her while growing up, which inspired her to begin writing her own songs at the age of 8, and she hasn't looked back since. Kaitlyn is a graduate of both the Junior and Senior Country Music Association of Australia Academy of Country Music, and she was a winner of the Australian Youth Songwriter of the Year award in 2012 and again in 2018. Other personal highlights include performing at Nashville's famous Bluebird Cafe and Honky Tonk Central in 2016 and receiving an endorsement from Maton Guitars. Kaitlyn has taken 2026 by the horns and shown a completely different side to her music as well as her growth as a songwriter, with her most recent single, Truckin' Country, the truly impressive track that I played a couple of minutes ago, that clearly demonstrates the amazing growth this very talented young lady has undergone as a songwriter, an artist, a skillful performer and entertainer, and as a genuinely nice person. I haven't had the opportunity to catch up with Kaitlyn for far too long now, so it's a real pleasure to have her standing by on the phone, waiting to have a chat with me today. So please allow me to bring this extremely talented young lady on air right now without any further ado. Oh, Kaitlyn, how you going? You're on your way to Noosa.
I am. Hello. I'm going fabulous. How are you?
I'm great. Was that a truck passing by that I just heard?
No, it's just me. I just passed a crazy person on the road, but I'm just pulling into a service station right now so I can chat to you properly.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So while you're doing that, I'll welcome again to the Country Club. It's been a while between drinks. It's been far too long. But your association with this particular station, Plenty Valley FM, goes back a long way to when you were 12. You came into the studio and played a few songs for us live to air, as I recall. But you've come a long way since then, no doubt about that. So it's great to catch up with you, Kaitlyn, and welcome to the Country Club. I mean that it's a great privilege to have you on air with me right now. So good stuff.
Thank you.
Oh, that's nice and clear now. Cool. Well, thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. How far away from Noosa are you?
Probably an hour away. I've got a gig today at 3 o'clock, so I'm an hour, I think, exactly, away from Noosa, which is, not a bad place to perform.
Oh, Noosa's great. I got a mate up there who's got a restaurant in Noosa. Great drummer that I worked with back in the 60s. Yeah, terrific stuff. Peter Russo. If you come across him, anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's talk about Truck and Country, which is your latest single that you've just put out. Tell us the story behind it. What was the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, Trucking Country. I had that title in like my hook book for years, and I was really lucky enough to write this song with Mary Harrison and Michelle Chandler, probably back in, I'm going to say 2021, before I moved up to Queensland. I wrote this song, and the initial inspiration for it was, you know, as you say, I am a big advocate for female empowerment, and a lot of my songs do have that, you know, embedded in my music. And I wanted a song for the girls who work really hard. I wanted a song for them. So that was my initial inspiration to write it. But as the song kind of, you know, progressed in the production process, it became known to me that this song is more than that. It's a song that celebrates people who work hard. And I tell you what, we all work hard for our weekends, and I wanted to encapsulate that. And so country music being such a big banner that it is nowadays, where it doesn't matter where you actually live, if country's in your heart, then to me, you're trucking country. So I just wanted to have this kind of anthem for people to be like, you know what, I'm not afraid to admit that I am country, and mic's drop.
Why should you be ashamed to admit that you're a country artist? I would stand proud with that. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, I understand that you co-wrote the song with some pretty heavyweight talent. Can you go through that with us?
Yeah, so I wrote the song with Mary Harrison and Michelle Chandler, and then I actually recorded the song with the legendary M Squared team, Michael Dello and Michael Painter.
Right, yeah.
So I went in there, and you know, I've done a lot of work with them, and they're amazing. So
yep.
I'm really happy with what we were able to create together and produce.
Okay. And now on that subject, is there an album or an EP in the works at all?
Yes, there is. There is an album and an EP in the works. I've just come back from the Gympie Songmuster that I did this year, a few weeks ago. So I've got a couple of extra songs that I'm going to be putting onto my album. So that'll be hopefully happening 2027 to 2028. So that's, yeah, so some pretty exciting stuff in the making.
Excellent. Something to look forward to. I really would love to get my hands on an album from you, that's for sure.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure I'll talk to you again, you know, before that album comes out or around about when it comes out. So I'll talk to you about getting a copy of it somehow, because I would love to add some more Kaitlyn Thomas tracks to my playlist. Now, here's a question. I you know, reading through your bio and all sorts of stuff, really interesting stuff. Now, you're an actor, an extra, a model, an influencer, a dancer, a music producer, and a TV and radio presenter. So the question is, what do you do in your spare time?
Honestly, I don't have much spare time to spare. No. I like to be busy. So, you know, it's when I'm not doing anything, I sit there and I twiddle my thumbs and I go, well, what can I do next?
I can't imagine you having enough time to twiddle your thumbs.
No, probably not. You know, I'm very busy, but I love it. I love doing what I do, and I love being creative. So I'm really grateful that I get to do that.
Well, the love is there because you do it so well. I can tell, you know. Now, I'm interested with your university studies. What did you study at university?
So I did my Bachelor of Music, and last year I graduated with my Masters of Teaching. So I'm now currently a performing arts teacher. So I teach Monday to Thursday, and then I get to do my gigs and my music on the weekend. So it's actually really great to be able to be a creative teacher for primary school students.
That's great. That's excellent. Which university did you attend?
I actually attended Victoria University. So even though I moved up to Queensland, I finished my degree with them.
Okay. All right. Excellent stuff. Really interesting stuff. But I'm also curious about what actually drew you to the music industry in the first place.
I think I've always been, you know, had a big passion for music when I was little. My parents got me into singing lessons when I was 8, and that was because I sang all the time and they at least wanted it in tune, in their words, which I totally understand. So that kind of springboarded everything. And then seeing Becky Cole and the Sunny Cowgirls in 2009
Right.
at the Whittlesea Country Music Festival, that was when I went, country music
Okay.
seems to be somewhere that I think that I fit. And at that point, I just started learning guitar, and I just started, really getting into my songwriting. So, it's kind of always been on my pathway and my journey. I kind of just fell into it.
Okay. And are you still an ambassador for Maton Guitars?
Yeah, I'm still endorsed by Maton, and I'm happily still perform with my beautiful 8.0 custom performance guitar. So
Nice.
I love it. So
Nice.
she's, 10 years old this year, which is crazy.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
I've got an old 1985 Maton CW80 acoustic, and I love it. I absolutely would not part with it under any circumstances. It's a great guitar, it really is, and it's had a lot of work done on it too at the factory. So we're lucky to have Maton here in Melbourne. So it's not too far to drive with your guitar and say I want this fixed or I want that added, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, they do a good product, absolutely great. And people don't realise that. What are they called? Clark. What are they called? What's that brand of guitar?
Coldplay?
Yeah,
Coldplay? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's it. Both of those guys actually worked at Maton. That's where they learned their craft before they went out and did their own thing. And they do also, excuse me, they also do a very good job. They
do.
Yeah, they do make good guitars. But I'll stick with my Maton. No worries about that. All right. So, who do you regard as your main influences? Like as an artist and a songwriter.
I think, look, my main influence are, I absolutely love, Carrie Underwood's always been a big influence for me. Love my Miranda Lambert. I love Lainey Wilson is amazing, so she's kind of stepped into my influences, and she's become this big part of country music as well. In terms of Australian country music artists, I've always loved Brooke McClymont. Always had a soft spot for her, so she's absolutely amazing vocalist, amazing songwriter as well. So I draw a lot of my influences from a lot of females. Then you have those ones that are from different genres, like, Ann Wilson, or you've got, you got Reba McEntire is a big influence for me as well.
Yeah.
So I think, in a nutshell, that's pretty much me.
That is a great list of influences. I tell you, every one of those artists is, on my list of favourites. Lainey Wilson, she is fabulous. I love her. And all of those, Carrie Underwood and all of those that you just mentioned, I've got lots of their stuff in my playlist. So yeah, we're on the same track, you and I, with regard to our favourite country artists.
There you go.
Whether they're male or female doesn't matter. They're good.
They're good. Good music's good music.
Exactly right. It's all about the music. Okay. Now, here's a question for you that might be a bit trippy for you, but what's your most memorable experience? Now, you must have a lot of memorable experiences at this stage, but, just pick one. Just pick one that you reckon is one of your most memorable experiences as a performer.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Oh, you really got me there. I think, you did mention, America and Nashville. That was definitely a big highlight for me.
Right.
I'm going to say, that's a really big, tough one. Okay, I reckon I'm going to say this. I'm going to say I've been going to Tamworth Country Music Festival since I was 10 years old, so I've been going for a very long time.
Right.
But I think one of the most memorable experiences that I've had here in Australia is performing at Toyota Park twice.
Okay.
Once as part of the Girls' Night Out show with myself and my band, but also as part of being a top 10 Toyota Star Maker in 2025 and being able to perform on that stage a second time. So I'm going to say that because it's amazing. It's an incredible experience to be on a stage that big in front of a massive audience.
Wow, yeah, that would have been a thrilling experience, I reckon. Yeah, I envy you. I do. I really do. That is absolutely sensational. All right, we're just about out of time, but let's go through what's coming up next for you. What do you got in the way of upcoming gigs or festivals or tours? Give us a list.
Yeah, so I've got my next, besides today, of course, but my next upcoming gig that I have that's a pretty big one is I'm playing the pre-muster at Gympie Muster this year in August, so I'm on Wednesday the 26th.
Excellent.
So I'll be playing at the Crowbar with my band. I'm also going to be filming my next single there during the performance, which is going to be really fun. And then I've come down to Melbourne close enough to Deniliquin for the Denny Ute Muster in October, which is exciting. I've also got the Laidley Spring Festival up here in Queensland in September. And then, next minute we're in 2027 and back at Tamworth. So they're my big main ones that I've got for the end of the year. But, yeah, pretty exciting stuff.
Well, you've got enough there to keep you busy, I reckon. That's terrific stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
Kaitlyn, I have so enjoyed, and I was so looking forward to having this chat with you today. I wish we could do it a bit longer, but we've run out of time, so I need to sign off. But I thank you so much, sincerely, for taking the time to have this chat with me, pulling off the road into the service station on your way to Noosa. That's commitment, and I really do appreciate that. I do, and admire it. You are a professional, and it's such a pleasure to talk to you on the phone. Maybe one day we can get you here in the studio again. It hasn't changed much since you were 12.
I love it.
Excellent.
Well, if I'm ever in the area, I would love to pop in and see you face to face.
Absolutely, I would adore that. That would be a major moment for me. To be able to do that, terrific stuff. All right, but anyway, at the moment I've got to go. So look, thank you again for taking this time and for going a little bit of trouble to have this talk with me. I do appreciate it very, very much, and I'm going to keep playing your music on air. So I'll do what I can to promote such a great talent like yourself. In the meantime, thank you again. Look after yourself, drive safe, and have yourself a great time at Noosa and all your gigs coming up. So look after yourself, Kaitlyn, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you once again for playing my songs. I really appreciate you and what you do for me, so thank you so much.
Oh, you're more than welcome. All about promoting good Aussie talent. You tick that box. So we'll talk to you again soon, Kaitlyn. Bye for now.
No worries. Bye for now.
Okay, bye-bye.